hello to Kathy Divis. Welcome to WG Content's Unscripted. It's so nice to have you here.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, so nice to see you. So Kathy is the president and co-founder of Greystone. We also know Kathy as the mastermind and co-founder behind HCIC, which is coming up here, 29th year. Hard to believe that it's been around for that long. What are you going to do next year? Big 30 years. You got some big milestone celebration planned?
Oh,
It's a secret.
yeah, we're starting to talk a little bit about what we're going to do special in the 30th year, and
Yeah.
we may have a party of a lot of our former or older Greystoners, to
Oh, that
come
would be
to
so
the
nice.
party, to come to the event. But we're really
Yeah.
excited, and yeah, this will be the 29th year, which is hard to believe. And I laugh when you call me the mastermind, and I appreciate that. But this was really kind of the originally the idea of John Udes, who was one of my original partners, who's
Yeah.
has passed away several years ago now, and this was really his vision. And Mike and I have been able to take it and run with it and continue to build it. And we're really happy about that.
Yeah. Well, you guys do such a lovely job and you've always been so kind to us. I think we've
Thank you.
been exhibiting for probably 12 to 15 years, and you've always
Yeah,
been so
thank you.
generous and kind with us. So I appreciate that.
We
Where is it next year?
we try to treat our exhibitors and sponsors as well as possible. We really believe you're a big part of the industry, so we
Yeah.
want your voices heard because you're the experts in your subject matters, and so it's important that you have a venue too.
We
So yeah,
appreciate that.
we think
Thank you.
you're an important partner with us.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And tell me again, or remind me, I know I've seen it, but where is it next year? I know it's in Vegas this year, but where is it in your 30th year?
The 30th year is in Orlando.
Okay. All right.
At
So we'll
the
just start
Yeah,
thinking
it's
about big 30-year Orlando. Maybe we're doing something really
maybe we'll
fun
have
that
a
year.
big blowout at Disney. Who knows? We'll
Here we
figure
go.
out something.
Yeah, TBD, right? We'll hear more about that. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So
Okay.
Kathy's seen all of the questions, but she doesn't know which one I'm going to pick here in front of me. So
Oh no.
we're going to do our best to get to know you a little bit better. So here she is in the hot seat.
Great.
All right. First question. I think this is such an interesting one, but if your personality were a color, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's so funny. Um, so if you would ask my mother, my mother would tell you that
Moms know.
my favorite colors are beige, tan, and cream.
Okay.
And so so we always laugh about that. But she said, but that's not really how you are. You're bright, you're inquisitive, you ask all these
Yeah,
questions. So I think I would probably say orange. I don't think I'm bright yellow. I'm definitely not hot red all the time, but somewhere in between. So
I like it.
I would say orange, although my house is nicely decorated in neutrals.
Yeah. Well, I like both. I like both explanations. I feel like that sort of beige, cream, taupey, whatever is like
Yeah.
a nice compliment to so many other colors, which I would describe you as like you're friendly, nice compliment to other people. But
Oh,
orange, when I think orange, I also think the Bengals. So we had sad
yeah.
news
I
yesterday
think
about
it's
our quarterback, but
Yeah, that's one of my favorite colors. So yeah,
yeah, well,
thank
I
you.
love that description. That's so lovely. Okay, so if you could bring back one trend from your past, what would it be?
Oh, one trend from my past. I think I would probably like to, I think there was a time in the past where things were kinder and maybe a little bit calmer. And I think I'd like to rewind a little bit and see if we could get back to that
Mhm.
point in time because we've become so frenzied in so many
Yeah,
ways and trying to get so much done and yelling at each other
yeah,
I think if there was a way to wind back the clock to a time and get perhaps a little bit of that
yeah.
that would be better. I think
Well,
I would like that a
yeah.
lot.
How do we do it?
Yeah.
Can we
If we
take,
knew
I
how
mean,
to
like,
do that. That
Yeah,
would be,
let's solve that.
I think the only way we can do that is by doing it individually.
Yes, I agree.
You've got to take yourself out of the digital screen world all day
Yeah,
long and get
yeah,
outside and, stand in the grass and
yeah.
smell nature and, get some sun on your skin and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And I think the only way we get back to that is if we consciously decided on an individual basis that that's what
Hmm.
we're going to do.
Yeah.
I really
I
do.
would I always ask like who's in charge of like I feel like if we could just get rid of social media, that would
Yeah.
solve like really just like it's not allowed, it's banned, nobody is allowed to, but of course you that's never going to happen. But I feel
Yeah,
like it would
but
start to solve a lot of it.
I am encouraged in a lot of communities now they're taking the cell phones away from the kids, removing
Yeah.
cell phones away from
The
kids
schools are doing more of
during the
that.
schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, I know it's going to be really difficult. And I know that there are some people that are panicked about not being able to reach their parents or their parents to reach their kids on a moment's notice.
Yeah.
But I think taking those away and allowing kids to be kids and have to
Mm-hmm.
sit at the lunch table and actually talk to somebody or,
Mm-hmm.
play with somebody, I think those are really important things. And I think it'll go a long way in helping us in breaking
Yeah.
that kind of addiction.
Yeah, I agree.
And
And
we're addicted to it too. I mean, it's not just
oh,
kids.
yeah. No, yeah, I try to find ways to just not be on a screen at the end of the day. And it's really difficult. You
It's
know,
really
I'm trying
difficult.
to read more books, read the newspaper. I mean, but I have this, you're just constantly, even if it's watching the news on TV or streaming shows
Yeah.
or so,
Yeah, it's tough.
it is tough. All right, next question. This is a stumper.
Okay.
If you could swap lives with anyone for a week, would you choose?
Oh gosh. For a week. I would probably want to I think I'd like to change with somebody who's very different than me.
Hmm, I
So,
like that
I
answer.
don't know if I have a person in mind,
Mm-hmm.
but it would be fun to swap with a really good athlete and see what
Oh,
their life is like,
yeah.
in training and being in, not performances, but tests and those kinds of things.
Competitions and that.
Competitions,
Yeah.
that's the right
Yeah.
word. Or even like, someone like, Blake Shelton or Carrie Underwood that's in
Yeah.
these competition shows where they
Yeah.
help people
Yeah.
and help coach and mentor and that kind of
Yeah.
thing and really take young people and help grow them and really understand what those kind of lives are like. That would
Yeah.
be interesting. I don't think I'd want it forever. I mean, I
Sure.
have no desire to become either one of those things,
Yeah.
but I think it would be so radically different than how I spend my day that it
Yeah.
would really be kind of fun to
Eye-opening
see
and
what
such
it's
a
like.
learning. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So
And
what's your do you have a sports you love to watch when you said you would maybe switch with like an athlete or something? Is there a
um
particular sport that you enjoy watching?
well, I love both baseball and football. So
Okay.
we're kind of in my sweet spot right now
Yeah.
in terms of college football, pro football,
Yeah.
and coming down into the playoffs for baseball.
You're in
So
a good market
those are
for
kind
that.
of my favorite sports
Hmm.
right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fun to watch. Just like this time of year too is always fun for all the
Yeah,
sports.
so much going on. And, my
Yeah.
team is the Atlanta Braves. They're not doing well this year. So we have like 18 days of the season left. But oh well, that's the
A
way it is
very,
this
very
year.
long season. That baseball season is a doozy.
Yeah, it goes on forever and ever. But
Yeah.
luckily when it ends, we still have some months of
Yeah.
football. So
Yeah.
not bad.
That's right. All right, last question, and then we'll move on to some this or that.
Okay.
All right, what's a totally irrational fear that you have?
Oh gosh. Well, that one's actually fairly easy for me. For as long as I can remember, I have been afraid of birds. I
Oh,
mean, absolutely 100% afraid of birds.
yeah,
Now, I like to feed birds. I like to see them outside,
yeah,
and watch them. But if they come flying towards me, or if there's pigeons walking on the street, I have
yeah.
to stop and go to the other side of the street. I do not like birds.
Have you ever
And
had like an experience, like a bad experience with a bird? It's just,
I I have not, but
Yeah.
I always tell people when people ask me why I'm so afraid of them, I just tell them that my parents made me watch, the birds when I was a kid. I don't know, no idea why, but
Well, that's
I
what
do.
makes it irrational, right? We have no
Yeah, I do
explanation for it.
not like birds
Yeah.
at all. And they
Yeah.
just, that's not true. I like birds. I love to watch.
Yeah.
I have a couple of bird feeders and we get bluebirds in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
absolutely love bluebirds and the
Watching
different
them from
variety. And I
inside your
love
house and
watching.
watching them
As
outside,
long
right?
as there's a barrier between
Yeah.
me and them, we're
Yeah.
friends.
Oh,
But you're sitting outside and you're eating or you're having dinner or drinks and there's a little bird that comes walking up at my feet, freak out.
yeah. And it's amazing because that, happens quite often. I mean, like in those outdoor
Oh
cafes
yeah.
and stuff, I
Oh
mean, there's
yeah.
birds everywhere.
It,
Now, I'm the type of person that's like feeding those birds. So I'm probably like not your best lunch mate at
oh
an
no.
outdoor cafe because I'm like, oh, and I'm like feeding them crumbs and
Oh,
stuff.
isn't that
I
so
know.
sweet? And
Yeah. So you'd be like, no, we're not.
getting up and moving,
Yeah.
please take me someplace else, get rid of them.
I'm feeding
I
yeah.
have grown less fearful of them as I've aged.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
little more tolerant, but I went into a butterfly, oh, I don't know what you call it, but like
Like an exhibit or
a
something.
very Avery or whatever
Oh
they call
yeah.
it.
Like
Yeah, where they
I know what
have
you're talking
a
about. Yeah.
lot of, yeah. And I even went into one of those and I had a tough time because there were butterflies flying all
Hmm.
around me. And it
Yeah.
wasn't like I was worried that they were going to hurt me. It was just like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
just flying at my head,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Yeah. Let's get out
So,
of there.
but
Yeah.
anyway, so that's
Yeah.
that's something that's a little bit crazy for me.
Yeah.
A little, and I know it's
And you're
100%
probably not
irrational.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I may be, but you never know.
Yeah. I bet you there's more people out there with that fear. All right. So, in the spirit of HCIC being in Las Vegas,
Okay.
we are going to have some fun with this or that questions related to Vegas. You ready?
Okay. Have at
Slots
it.
or tables?
Slots, absolutely.
Yeah. Are you like a high roller at the slots or like a penny slot?
Oh, I'm probably somewhere in between. I'm definitely not a penny slot, but
Like a quarter or
probably the
something?
quarters
Hmm. Yeah.
most of the time. But yeah, I mean, I even do the slots in the Vegas airport. It's like you
Yeah.
gotta, as you're going out of town. I never do it when I'm coming in. It's always
Yeah.
when I'm going out of town. I
Oh,
have to
okay.
stop and put that last 10 bucks in and
Yeah.
see just in case I can get something. And I have actually won at the airport before.
Yeah,
So
I have too. Yeah, at the Reno
yeah.
airport. Okay. People watching on the strip or exploring hidden speakeasies.
Oh,
You get both in Vegas, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah. I probably am a much bigger people watcher.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's so easy to do anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we've had a couple of HCICs that have been around Halloween.
Okay.
And so if you've ever been in Vegas on Halloween, it is absolutely a
Oh,
people watching activity. I
I'm
mean, you think
sure.
the costumes are good in Atlanta or Cincinnati. Try them on the strip. Um, but yeah, no, I
Yeah.
definitely enjoy the people watching.
Yeah. It is. It's fun. All right. So I've talked to a few people that are going to go to this, but Kelly Clarkson is going to be at
Mhm.
Caesar's Palace while we're there.
Right.
And
Yeah,
the
she's got a
Eagles,
residency there.
yeah, and then the Eagles, I think, are at the Sphere. So which one are
Yeah.
you going to? Clarkson or the Eagles? If you were going to go to
Kelly
one.
Clarkson.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've actually been looking at tickets, believe it or not,
Yeah.
because I'm going to be there. But yeah, the Eagles are at the Sphere, and so is I think the Wizard of Oz or something. I
I
think is
saw
there
that.
while we're there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would 100% do Kelly Clarkson. I think she's a
Yeah.
huge
I think a lot of
talent.
I've talked to a few people that are going.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's got such a
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, well, sign me up. I'll go with y'all.
Yeah. I looked at I looked at the Eagles at the Sphere because I would pick the Eagles over Kelly and Kelly Clarkson, and they're like it's like thousands of dollars or something
Oh,
crazy. Oh God,
yeah,
that's not
no, I
gonna
mean,
happen.
it's really crazy. And then I think there's also certain, I couldn't figure out, I was looking at the Eagles tickets too. And like the ones up front aren't nearly as expensive as the ones that are like in the middle part. And I
Oh,
was trying to figure out why. And somebody told me that had been there that said that if you're kind of in the middle part of the sphere, that you can
See
see
more
so
of it.
much more than
Yeah.
if you're up close. And because I
Yeah.
thought, wow, these up close tickets are
Yeah.
not inexpensive. That would not be fair to
Yeah.
say inexpensive, but they're not as
They're
expensive
not
as,
as bad. Yeah.
being two tiers back or two balconies back or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
that's why. So if you are going to the sphere, watch where you go and let me know
Okay.
where the good seats
All
are.
right. I will. All right. Epic buffet. There's a lot of great buffets in Vegas. Or upscale swanky dinner.
Mm, upscale swanky dinner.
Me too. All right.
Yeah,
Last
I'd
one.
rather have a nice quiet dinner somewhere
Yeah.
and than try to stuff all the food I could possibly get in a buffet and
Yeah.
fight with people and that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
I think with a buffet, like for me, I feel like it's like, if especially an all you can eat buffet, like I'll just feel like I need to keep going back. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
If
And
you're
then I'll
not
just
getting your
overeat.
money's worth.
Yeah. And then I'll just overeat to the point where I'm just like sick. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, okay.
But I like the
Magic.
social side of it anyway. The
Yeah.
dinner part is more
Is the
important to me.
better. That's always the best. Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. All right. Last one, magic show or stand-up comedy. You can find both in Vegas.
Oh gosh, I'd probably do comedy, stand-up
Hmm.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
really would. I mean, magic shows are great,
Yeah.
but I think we all need to laugh, and
Yeah.
so I really enjoy a good comedian. And we've gone and seen, through the years, HCIC's been at Vegas probably 6 or 8 times, and
Okay.
I've done everything from the Beatles, impersonation shows to seeing Phantom of the Opera and
Yeah.
Barry Manilow and all kinds of
Yeah.
funny things, but. We've gone to see a couple of
Yeah.
comedians, and they're always fun
Yeah.
and a
And I
little
love those.
raunchy.
Yeah. I love, they are raunchy. And I do
Yeah.
love the Cirque du Soleil shows. I feel like
Oh,
those
yeah.
are so good. So,
Those are, yeah. Yeah. The last one I saw of that was the one in the water. I forget what it's
yeah.
called.
Um,
And we had
oh,
water seats, and I remember thinking, what does water seats mean? And then I
mhm.
figured out that it means you're going to get wet.
Yeah.
Learn that real time, but that's okay.
Well, that's a show you'll remember forever. Well,
Oh,
you did
absolutely.
you did a great job. You got through all the questions, and it's been
Oh,
really fun
gosh.
getting to know you better. And I'm excited to see you in Vegas and maybe get some early announcements on what we're going to do next year to celebrate the big 3-0.